What's up, everybody? I figured I'd do a update video on my Honda Accord. I know a lot of you guys aren't really watching this channel for Honda updates, but I did do a few things to the Honda that I wanted to go over. So those that are interested, you know, this might be a video they might want to watch. So yeah, so like I was saying, I went and upgraded the suspension to full coilover setup. It is a company called SF Racing, like San Francisco. I was just searching online, and I don't have a lot of expertise in imports as far as suspension, other than what I see on YouTube and, you know, Googling. And I didn't want to spend a crazy amount of money on a suspension system, since this car, you know, A, isn't worth a lot of money, and, you know, B, I just, you know, it's not a full race car. I just really wanted it more for the looks of it, to be honest. The car ran fine, you know, as far as ride quality, although when I did the coilover suspension and took out the shocks, I mean, they were all blown. So, but with that said, yeah, so I did a lot of research, and really it came down to money. And this whole coilover setup was, I think, around $750. And I could have went cheaper and got it and bought lowered coils, but then you had to, you know, revalve your shocks or get new shocks, and I really didn't want to go that route. I really wanted coilovers, but I also didn't want to spend like $1,400 for coilovers. So I found these. Again, there was hardly any reviews on this company at all, so that was a little sketchy because I really didn't know what I was getting. So I just bit the bullet. Is that how you say it? Took a bullet? No, you didn't want to take the bullet. Anyways, I just said screw it, and I ordered these coilovers, and actually I love them so far. Again, I don't really have anything to compare it to, because I mean, my truck has coilovers, Tech coilovers, but it's a completely different animal. So and I've had a 99 Accord, but it's it wasn't on coilovers. That was completely stock, and so it's not, you know, I didn't really have anything to compare. But so far, so good. I really like them. What I ended up doing is, so I've never installed coilovers before. Even in my truck, I didn't do those either. So I'm only somewhat, you know, tech savvy. I could do some things, but I've never done these before. And I didn't want to get in a position where I take the car apart and then I can't get it back together, because this is my daily driver to and from work. At least for now it is anyway. So yeah, so I didn't want to, like I said, take anything apart and not be able to put it back together. So I reached out to my good friend Greg, who has built a lot of pro touring cars himself. He knows his way around the car in a toolbox. So I was like, hey, do you mind if I swing over and we put these coilovers in? And he was like, sure, come on over. He goes, I don't know much about Hondas, but screw it, let's give it a shot. So headed over there, and honestly, it was pretty straightforward. We probably had the whole car done in 3 to 4 hours, and you know, that's probably maybe on the high side. It was super easy. It's still running, it's a little warm. But anyways, there is the knob for the shock on the shock towers. There is the other one there. So yeah, so basically all we had to do was unbolt those 3 bolts, and the whole strut assembly came out. And we just popped the new ones in, and that was really it for the front. So I'll close that later. We adjusted it. It has about 30 clicks to it, and we set it right around 15 for the, you know, comfort level. and I hardened it up a little bit after a couple days of driving, probably 2 clicks worth. I adjusted it. So now I like where it is, and I like the ride quality of it. And it's also on its lowest setting as far as height is controlled, so I can't go any lower. But I will show you that. So on the front end, you can see how much clearance there is between, you know, the front tire and the fender. But on the rears, there's a lot less. So with the new wheels that are, you know, taller, I went to a 2-inch taller wheel. The rears do rub every once in a while. So I just have to adjust the rears and bring it up just a little bit. So, but that's easy. Again, the rear was a little bit more difficult than the front to install. So in the rear, you had to actually pull, not the seat out, but you had to lower the seat. And then there's all this like plastic that's behind the seat, and that you had to remove. And they're actually the struts, so they go up and they're kind of like in an angle, so they're really somewhere behind here. Initially thought that maybe I'd be able to go through, you know, the trunk and get it in through there somehow, but you can't access it from the rear. So you have to, you know, pull the rear sheet down, take all the plastic clips off so you could access this little, you know, plastic panel on both ends. And then once you do that, then you have access. You probably can't even see it. So the rears were a little bit harder just because, not as far as a technical standpoint, there was just more stuff to take apart. But I mean, honestly, it was pretty straightforward. I could have done it in my garage myself. So if I ever had to do it again, I'm pretty sure that I could handle it because it wasn't that hard at all. But I didn't know that going into it. So, you know, I was like, better safe than sorry. So once I had the suspension put in, it was time for new wheels because I just couldn't take the plastic Honda hubcaps anymore. So I knew I wanted something, and I knew I wanted to go a little bit bigger. The stocks were 14. These are now 16s. So I went a little bit larger, just to fill out the wheel well a little bit, and obviously, you know, make it a little bit more modern. So I don't know if these were my first choice. I don't believe so. I can't remember what my other choice was, but we couldn't find them. And honestly, there's not a lot of options for 16-inch wheels because you know, it's not a popular size, obviously. So you know, so I did some more research. I was looking at a lot of pictures on Pinterest and Instagram and stuff like that, and I came across these, which are XXRs, and they are XXR 531s is the actual wheel name. And for tires, if you can see it, I'm running a 205 45 16. So if you have, you know, looking from it from the side, you know, there's a little poke out there, but nothing drastic, you know, like nothing where I need to add wheel wells or something, you know, fender flares, I should say, because I wasn't sure if you know, how wide they were going to be, but they're actually not too, actually they're perfect, you know, for me anyways. Somebody else maybe not so much, but for me, yeah, I mean, I just really like the look and the stance of the car right now. So for any of you Honda guys that are actually watching this video, as you could see, you know, in this video and previous videos, that I have a pretty good dent in in this rear trunk, and this is all one piece. So the trunk and the, you know, this taillight, license plate, and taillight is all one. So I've been struggling to find a replacement trunk for this car. The sedans are a little bit different. So it's a little bit shorter in width and also a little bit shorter in length. Because I measured it and tried to find one from a junkyard, but it didn't work. So if anybody has a coupe trunk or knows of one, definitely comment below, because like I said, I've been having a hell of a time trying to find one. I've been searching eBay and Craigslist for parts cars, but there's not much out there. As far as other things that for this car that I like to do, other than replacing the trunk, is probably exhaust. But like the trunk, I mean, it's probably gonna have to be custom made, because there's just not a lot of parts out there for this year and model. So you would think, oh, Honda Accord, there's got to be a million different choices out there, but there's really not. You know, the newer Hondas, the newer Accord, sure, I mean, your world is your oyster as far as parts, but this one, like, this is 89, there's just not a lot out there for exhausts, for anything really. Just not a lot out there. So I'll probably have something custom done, and obviously I'm going to wait till this whole COVID-19 is over, because I just don't have any money to do any of that now. Even the wheels, I had to order those before this whole thing went down. So when I get the call, hey, your wheels are ready, and it was kind of like, oh, man, like, now's not the right time to be putting wheels on the car. But it is what it is. I had the money already for it, but I just wish I was working a little bit more to pay for stuff like this. But so I want to do an exhaust. Again, nothing crazy. This is just a daily driver, and nothing is wrong with the stock exhaust, but just give it a little bit something. The only other thing that I want to do, well, not the only other thing, but one of the other things is I want to paint the lower third body, probably like, you know, like a gunmetal or black or something like that. As you can see, a lot of the paint is already off, and even on the front bumper, you could see, you know, there's a lot of paint that is off. Sorry for all the bugs, been driving it a lot. So that is going to be another I guess custom touch, if you will, that I want to do. But again, that's going to be after this whole COVID-19 thing calms down and I have some extra cash to do a little bit custom stuff. So I think with that lower third painted, that should be a huge difference also. I'll kind of give it that Toyota AE 86 look. If you guys, you know, search those online, you know, I think that would, it gives it that look. That Toyota Corolla, they had that kind of like black with the white, that was very famous in Japan for drifting. So yeah, so I want to do that. Then after that, we'll see. I mean, I'm either going to sell it or possibly wrap it, but there's a whole bunch of little dings and dents, and so I'd have to get those all fixed before doing a wrap on it. But the potential to do a wrap is there, but I just don't know if I want to spend that much money. But definitely want to get that lower part painted, and like I said, and do an exhaust upgrade. But other than that, I mean, you know, it's just going to be my daily go to work, and just, it's great for short trips. I have taken this thing to California a couple times, but I hate taking it there just because it just has no horsepower. I mean, the thing is like at 70, 75, it's, you know, at 3,000 RPM screaming down the road. So, you know, plus it's, you know, it's an 89 Honda, which I know they run forever, but, you know, going those distances and where there's not a lot of places, if something was to happen in between, it could be a little bit worrisome. So, yeah, so I just want to keep this as a local car, fix it up, and, you know, like I said, I'll probably end up passing this along, you know, at some point. But other than that, I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm really stoked about how this car came out with the coilovers and the new wheels. So, yeah.